Welcome back, guys, to the Coins and Connections podcast. This is your girl, Cinquanta Cox-Smith, and we are going to continue to explore all things books, business, and bullshit. Let's get into today's episode.
So I get asked a lot, how did you start your podcast? Where do I begin? How can I start a podcast? Well, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. You know, I'm down with the free. There's a creation tool that allows you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. Like, ain't nobody listening yet and you making money. How dope is that? It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So what are you waiting on? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Cinquanta Cox-Smith, and I am back today with a new episode. Today we are going to talk about one of the fastest growing PODs out there. If you're not familiar what POD means, it means print on demand. So I am talking about Amazon merch. So it's one of the fastest growing PODs out in the universe. And it's powered by Amazon, one of the biggest search engines today. But the funny thing about this is Merch by Amazon is one of the newer ones. It's only been out maybe about 3 years. And it's also lacking in the availability of products. Like, they only have t-shirts, long sleeve, short sleeve, sweatshirt, hoodies, and pop sockets. I believe that's it. Yeah. So knowing that most PODs out here have onesies, they have leggings, they have dresses, they have phone cases, pouches, totes. What else do they have? Laptops, skins, stickers, like the list goes on. But people are making hundreds of dollars on Merch by Amazon. So I am going to make sure I get into the actual factual of it all. And I'm going to give you my numbers. I'm going to give you the rundown of how I got started and what has been like the biggest takeaways for me and for my success in Merch by Amazon. So if you want to know more, you want to know how much I've made thus far in a few months, stay tuned. So let's talk about how do you get into this exclusive society of Merch by Amazon. Well, it's not really like a secret, but you know, people make it seem like it's a secret. You do have to sign up on the website. It's Merch by Amazon, and you go through an application process, and you can be declined, or you can be invited to start selling on merch. Now, I do not know why some people have been declined, but I have a few people in my Facebook group who said, oh my gosh, merch denied me. I'm like, what? Like, how do you get denied from merch? I don't even know. So I don't know what makes someone to be not eligible for merch, but I did suggest that they try out a few other POD websites to kind of get their feet wet with merch. It's amazing because people search on Amazon for every occasion in life, for these funny days like Peanut Butter Day and Happy Dog Day, you know, National Wear No Panties Day. I don't know if that's a real one, but you get my drift. So I don't know how they did get declined. I actually heard about merch maybe, I want to say last year. I don't know if I can go into my account and see exactly what or when I signed up, but I did. And I've had an account, I feel, for a year now, but I jumped on around the end of August, and I think I might have uploaded one shirt because I wasn't sure how to use it. I didn't watch any videos or any research, but around like the later part of the summer, I started watching a lot of people videos about Amazon merch and how they were finding niches and how they went about finding their keywords. So I add some of these search engines and I did my research and I thought I was ready to start. So in September, maybe late August, I started uploading shirts. And with Merch by Amazon, they go by tiers. So you start off at tier 10. You can only upload one shirt a day, and you can only upload a total of 10 shirts. You would have to sell a certain amount to get tiered up to tier 25, then tier 100, then there's tier 500, tier 1000, tier 2000, and I'm not sure how it goes after 2000. I don't know if it goes T3000, T4000, T5000, but it's somewhere in there like that. You can always look it up and check the forums, contact, and how does this website work, information online. A few groups that I have joined that are really great is Merch Momentum, and Michael has this like strategy guide for $10 a month, and every Sunday it comes to you with niches, keywords, and just a lot of helpful information for anyone who may be starting. And I realize that a lot of that information can help with journals as well. But Merch Momentum and Merch Girl Boss is two of the Facebook groups that I've joined to just, soak up information and learn from others. Of course, I always visit YouTube University and, forums like Reddit also provide ample information. So I'm going to tell you what I did to get to T500. So that's where I am right now. I'm on tier 500 and I only have a total of 116 shirts live. In the latter part of August, I tried to upload a few shirts. I tried to do trending Halloween stuff and then things that I thought would sell, and nothing happened. And then I did a few shirts kind of for myself that mirrored my online store, Coins and Connections. And then I said, okay, I started reading and said, buy your way out of tier 10. Some say yes, some say no. So I bought 2 shirts around September, I believe. And then I think the day I bought a 3rd shirt, I actually tiered up to tier 25. So in September, I bought a total of 3 of my shirts to get to tier 25. October came around and, I was at tier 25. I could upload 3 shirts a day and I wanted to try to get my slots filled. So I started thinking about what was selling for me with journals. So then I went ahead and put some of my designs and ideas from my journals on shirts, and they started selling. But before they started selling, really, I went ahead and bought 2 shirts. But by the time I think I got maybe 10 shirts sold, the rest were organic. I did tier up to tier 100. And then after October, I no longer purchased a shirt. And right at the end of October, I tiered, like between October 31st and November 5th, I tiered up to T500. And by then I had 100 shirts live. And when I got to tier 500, I've only uploaded 16 shirts since then. So I basically used what I already knew, what was selling on my journals, and I transferred some of those designs and images and made them into shirts. And that's what had my business to take off. And mind you, there were shirts like this on Amazon already, but I made sure that mine stood out. There was already a few brands that had similar designs, but I just stuck with my style and I created in my niche, and I've been consistently selling. So in this next segment here, I'm going to run down the numbers and I'm going to run down where do I sell at. So now let's get down to business. I'm going to run down my numbers. I will tell you guys that people will cancel orders, and you will see that you won't see who you're shipping to. People will return items because sometimes when it arrives, it's defective. It smells like the ink. Some people don't understand that that's the ink. Sometimes the packages are messed up, or sometimes they just may receive the wrong size or wrong item, and that's no fault of your own. That's an Amazon issue. But again, you don't have to deal with customers because Amazon customer service does that. They ship for you. All they do is pay you for something you do once. Upload one shirt on a variety of items and you get paid for doing that. It doesn't matter if you uploaded that shirt months ago. If it continues to sell, you get paid residual income for doing something once. So let's get to the numbers. In September, I bought my way out of tier 10, like I said. So it was my 3 shirts, and off of my 3 shirts, I priced really low. The royalties off a $16 shirt is like $3, but I was pricing super low at like $12. So I was making like pennies off of the shirts I bought, but I priced them low like that so I can buy them. So I made a total of $4.74 in September. So when things started to really pick up for me was in October, and I'm thinking like, okay, I think I got a handle on this. And my method was to every time to price all my t-shirts, my standard t-shirts, at $16 so I can make a profit off the back of $3 off of them. Sweatshirts, hoodies, and all of that, I kind of price low to where I make $1. And my method was once the shirt sold, I would bump it up $1 and then continue to increase until I felt like I got to a maximum of what I was willing to sell an Amazon quality shirt for. So in October, I sold 35 shirts. I had 6 returns and I made $58.45. So things amped up a little bit more in November. I didn't get a lot of sales on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, but I did have a day where I sold 13 shirts, and then I had a day where I sold 8 shirts. So I also had 2 days in November that I didn't sell anything, and for the total of November, I sold 134 shirts. I had 6 returns, and I made $459.98. So as you can see, I kind of tripled my income from October, which was amazing because my method of bumping my prices on shirts that sold has helped me to bring a lot of my royalties to anywhere between $5 and $9 per item. So also in November, I started to see more and more pop sockets sell. So I saw a few sell in October, but in November, I started to see way more of those sell. And today is November 5th. And as of today, not November. Today is December 5th. And as of today, I have sold 21 shirts. I have 2 returns, and I've made a total of $79.70. So with merch, I did take a few of my designs and I added it to Redbubble, but that's like for stickers, scarves, and hardbook journals. And eventually I want to take this niche and this brand over to Etsy to see what the traffic will be like. But I was looking on Etsy to see what people don't offer for this niche over there, because I don't want to go over to Etsy and saturate an oversaturated market with mugs when I can offer something different and get the customers or the overflow from something that another shop or many other shops aren't offering. So they would come to me because that's the only place they could find it at. So with my Coins and Connection shop on Shopify, I do also have a smaller boutique with limited amount of items on Etsy. I do have a standard brand on Teespring, and I also have my very first store on Spreadshirt that I have not taken down since 2009. I do want to move and see if I can get something shaken on TeePublic, but these are just a few of the websites that I use. And my great advice is find a undeserved or hungry niche, do your research, think like a consumer when thinking about keywords and titles and stuff, and then join my Facebook group, Books Plus Business with Cinquanta Cox-Smith, and let us help you on this journey of finding some extra and additional income. So that, guys, kind of concludes what to merch. Don't forget that you can always call in, and if you have a question or anything for me, call in, leave a message so I can comment. If you are loving this podcast, don't forget to please leave a review on any platform that you're listening to. I really appreciate you guys. I'm now moving into sponsorships, and if you would like to donate to this podcast, you can do that on Anchor. I really, truly appreciate you all for who has listened. And I haven't been as consistent this past month because I was trying to get things ready for my little vacation. But I'm back, and you will hear a podcast every week until the end of the year. You can visit my website at www.cinquantacoxsmith.com. It is fully functional and ready for you. I'm always taking consults with people. If you want me to help you to monetize your business, I do 30-minute consultations, and you can book that on my website as well. Don't forget to tell somebody about this podcast. Give me a shout out, drop a comment, go like some pictures, shop at my stores. I really and truly appreciate all of the love. So that concludes today's podcast. I love you more than you love this podcast. Peace.